Kamu ngapain edit?
Aku streaming.
What the
Kenapa?
Enggak.
Ini gue streaming di YouTube sama streaming di Discord. Jadi kalau kamu apa ya pengen gue ikut ada di Discord.
Ah, mic-mu.
Dah.
Dah.
Nah, mending lu liat yang di Discord kan biar nggak delay, Bil.
Yoi. Gitu dong.
Liquid already going to use some of that omen utility to kind of quarter off some of the site. Ardis. Jonas sweating.
Anjir pakai sky nggak
For
tuh?
now. Just gets a little bit of the information, knows what's in front of him. Smoke dissipates, and now it's go time. There's a bit of a time limit, of course, against Liquid here. Nice use of the paint shell to force him away, but Ardis on the readjustment going to get one, but it's a one and done for him. Nice work from Paratech, and that's the man you need. There he is, finding the right place, the right time, and coming online.
Again, another guy. I'd love to get a Patatech clutch counter because I feel like that's the third or fourth we've seen already today. He's looked really, really good in these solo scenarios. Okay, he was so close. I didn't actually catch the timing there to see how far away they were from getting the defuse, but it was close.
Whole game's close. And now we do see the round that should be converted. Looking at the purchase coming in from Liquid, it's quite light. Not a hefty investment at all. I see classics, I see bits and pieces. So G2 should be able to get this one under their belt unless a catastrophic mistake comes into play.
Drone's going to come through, clear all the way up towards Mams. Maybe just caught sight of Eccles there. Actually, it did get the tag onto Eccles. The smoke's come through, and it's a full-on 5-man push here. They're going to sweep through Mams. First kill goes through, second one easy as you
Iya, jadi gini, sama kayak tadi.
like, and
Kamu
5-man push it.
mundurnya nunjuk dari map aja.
Nih, contohnya nih, ini kan 2 orang nih. Kan pasti kalau udah ada kayak ada info, mereka kalau smoke gini kan pasti short kan, Bill?
Iya, ya.
Pasti setup short paling enggak 1 orang dari
shower,
4 orang dari sini paling enggak. Jadi begitu udah tahu setupnya begini, langsung nahan deket kayak begini 2. Makanya kadang-kadang gue sering aja kan kayak udah tahan aja berdua di U-hole. Yang penting kontrol U-hole-nya dapet. Jadi orang CT-nya ini tinggal ngelihat ke arah triple.
I see.
Ke arah triple yang di sini biar nggak apa ya? Biar nggak banyak tugas sisaan lah. Kan kalau misalnya U-hole dikontrol bisa aja di sini di-push kan.
Iya.
Nah, ini begitu udah tahu ini mereka setup short, langsung nahan 2. Tapi ya karena
Onto Eccles.
mau gimana?
The smoke's come through, and it's a full-on 5-man push here. They're going to sweep through Lamps. First kill goes through, second one easy as you like, and now just waiting out the spike. They don't want to give away anything on this round to Liquid. Soulcat's going to swing through.
Kalau misalnya di tim kita ada Cypher, nah post plan-nya tuh enak. Misalnya nih pas mau nge-plan, taruh aja cage di dalamnya. Lu plan di luar cage.
Dengar ya?
Nah, kalau ada orang nembusin smoke, pasti kedengeran.
Waiting out the spike. They don't want to give away anything on this round to Liquid. Soulcat's going to swing through, actually. Finds the headshot onto Ardis as well. Scream last man up. Maybe just going to look to do some damage to the G2 economy here, but that camera and the trap wire are going to make it very difficult for him to get anything done here.
Yeah, I think he seems very aware that... there we go. There it is. Yeah, it all suddenly becomes almost impossible at this point. And again, a kill... I'd have liked to see them maybe get another kill if they could. Just with those pistols. Didn't really come through. Saw Soulcast making a damn good attempt of it, but didn't really land. And no, well handled by G2, keeping 4 alive, spike planted, going through the motions. Exactly what's meant to be happening here for these guys. Keeping it clean in these sort of rounds, not allowing any threats to build with those, classics and the occasional sheriff.
Mereka tetap pada pakai bulldog ya.
An important thing to note there again, Patatech, he did retrieve the Bulldog from that, only went into that one with a ghost, so he's going to upgrade 3 Spectres and the Bulldog, so a little bit of economy management already showing from G2. Patatech obviously already on 4 kills as well, he's close to his ultimate already here, and that's the sort of thing you want to look for in this 3rd round here, is getting a little bit closer, not just around winning, converting these lesser weapons, so to say, but building those ultimates early.
See, no rest for the wicked, straight through. bounding in, takes a great deal of space and going to keep this side at least looking
Well,
quite comfortable right
nggak
now for
ada
G2. Really lovely side take from him. Now a little bit more room for Mixwell to find a bit of comfort, trying to play through that smoke as best he can. Patek is going to be tasked with getting that spike down, and it looks like he's achieved his job at least.
Again, a lot of post-plant aggression coming through here from G2. They're eager to take control. A lot of
Achieved, but trying to side take.
Aku tuh apa kadang tuh kayak ngelihat kalau kita main tuh kayak kurang dalam post plan tuh kayak kalau kayak mengontrol gitu loh. Kayak misalnya ya ini kan kita udah dapat sign-nya buat nge-push ilmunya tuh kayak kadang kurang gitu loh. Kayak nge-pushnya sendiri tuh loh.
Takes a great deal of space and going to keep this side at least.
Ini kan udah dapat saatnya si Zik nih. Si Liquid udah commit buat
Looking quite comfortable right now for G2. Really lovely side take from him. Allowing a little bit more room for Mixwell to find a bit of comfort, trying to play through that smoke as best he can. Patek is going to be tasked with getting that spike down, and it looks like he's achieved his job at least.
Again, a lot of post-plant aggression coming through here from G2. They're eager to take control, not allow Liquid to set up in elbow. I don't know you're going to get sent through, and the Sky Flash, but so yeah, kill comes off the back of it, but Pit and Zeke will combine the reload. Unfortunately, Soulcast finds that one. The Molly's not actually on here, so G2 can't rely too heavily on that. Pit will find another kill, though. Didn't expect him close by. Pat clinched that one out. G2 put a third on the board. Patek with his orbital strike online, and Ardis finds his Hunter's Fury already.
Yeah, this is looking clean from G2. We like this sort of look from them. It's going to force Liquid back onto the partial buy. You've just got kind of, you know, bits and pieces. Bucky's come out. All right, the Bucky gang is here. Don't worry, we're all in support. We'll have to see what Cryptix and Eccles can do with them. I'm not sure just yet. Kind of a, I don't want to say it's not quite the classic, of course, from Counter-Strike, where you have your kind of Scout and Deagle combo, because of the tag capability of it. But those Buckies up close are incredibly viable. Have to see how G2 approach this one. They should be very much aware of the possibility. Trying to be an early bit of damage, a little bit of early information, and they definitely know where they're heading this time.
Zeke actually going to give away the audio cue. You see Cryptix just posted with that Bucky. Showers. Flash comes through, not going to find anything. Cryptix decides to try and swing on it anyway. Zeke will pick one up here. Soulcast. The re-swing on the Marshall, nice shot by him.
The Buckies are being noted. They know what they're up against. Heard the Marshall, of course, knowing it after that kill that came through as well. Soulcast is being a real nuisance to this. You can see Mixwell wanting to deal with that, trying to work with the Molly, but it's Ardis to find Eccles. He's going to continue forward. Mate's actually coming. Okay, there's still danger here. These shots are whizzing past. Continue forward. Mate's actually coming. There's still danger here. Oh, these shots are whizzing past. Keeps the player safe on the spike plant, and you can see the utility being invested, but it's Scream who's a little further away. Maybe a little bit of mistiming with that ultimate from Soulcast. It would have been nice maybe at the same time, so Scream could have bounded off the back of it. But he does have the armor, so he's got everything he needs for this, but he has to find a player and fast. Quick touch on the spike, trying to pull a player out with Mixwell. Around the world he goes, and 4 on the board here. G2 looking clean. Good work from them.
Yeah, really, really nice hit. Unfortunately, Link gets shut down with the showstopper just as he's about to deny that plant. It's a really good supportive play from Pit to find that kill. And now Liquid financially, a little bit of investment in that previous, but it's obviously coming back to their full buy now. Ultimate-wise, they didn't invest anything on the side of G2, so Blade Storm, Orbital Strike, Hunter's Fury ready to go. Zeke one away from the showstopper, and this is when that snowball factor in Valorant becomes...
Tadi sini keluar 3 ya? Siapa sih Sky, Reese, sama Jet udah 3 keluar. Terus si G2 masih ada 3.
Such a huge consideration for teams to make.
Ini memang siapa ya?
Things over here lurking,
Itu ya?
trying to
Oh,
draw
gitu ya,
some sort
jelas ya.
of presence on the side of Liquid. Hunter's Fury
Ini
actually
menang
got a little
berapa ya?
prematurely, but actually does find the tag, but no kill.
Aku penasaran cara Liquid nyerangnya.
Yeah, the ult
Kan
cut forced
misalnya
them into at least the eyes of
defaultnya lah
Patek
lewat
there.
headshot
Now you
gitu
can
kan
see the response of the
mereka
back.
buat
Soulcast is in a little spot of bother here. Has to
hati-hati
kind of
sama
evade for now. Try and sit on the
tikus
very
smoke kan
verge of
pakai
that smoke if you
cypher
can.
tuh.
See if you can spot anyone
Nah
crossing
liquid
through.
pakai
For
apa
now, he
anjir?
still
Masa
holds
pakai lambat?
position.
Ya bisa
It's
sih,
still a
gimana
mile away.
agak
He's going to be
maksa
doing
kan?
his job, just lurking around, making sure
Kalau
there is no
cypher kan masih
flank
bisa
buying
dilempar agak
time for
jauh
this.
gitu
And
loh.
also, if they hit that TP, he can now become very
Ya
relevant
makanya
to
itu.
the matter. Now, this has still got Killjoy on the other side. So they have a lot
Anjir.
of utility, and my word, that spam could not have been better timed.
Anjir.
Through the smoke it goes.
Kayak poin penting loh. Kalau lu ragu buat apa ya? Kalau lu ragu mau pakai apa? Ragu masuk tapi lu punya ulti, pakai aja ultinya buat ngelirin angle, enggak apa-apa.
Says the ultimate save.
Bayangin mereka udah menang orang.
Good night, Eccles. You can't do much about it. Zeke's gonna just brute force open the site. Now, Cryptix has been pretty clutch for these guys, but this is a very unfavorable scenario. Beautiful off angles. He catches the cross from Ardis, and it looks like there's a little bit of fight left in Liquid, but they have to be able to hold the rest of this. Here comes the ultimate. Cryptix forced to fight, forced to die. Zeke waits with open arms on the other side, leaving Soulcast. This flank could be big, and now it gets scary. This is where it gets dangerous for G2. They're in a bit of a spot of bother. Patek does get the spike down, and he looks ready for that push to come in, but Soulcast bides his time, maybe allowing a second or two for Scream to look for any possibilities.
Yeah, with Scream coming through pipes here, they're going to know Patek didn't cross back over towards Showers, and Zeke, he's just got to play his life. He's down to about 20 HP. Soulcast now picking that one out, but Pat lands the shot. Unfortunately, Scream, 22 HP, yeah. They couldn't regroup to make use of that Sky heal. Again, G2 playing discipline there in the post.
Kenapa? Masih kah?
Masih. Coba lagi ngomong lagi. Masih.
Alhamdulillah.
Coba ngomong.
Halo.
Again, Patek had to be the one to take first contact with Zeke so low.
And I've got to say it, Patek has been so clutch for this team at the moment. I'm loving what he's bringing to the approach here, and this looks like the most composed G2 we've seen so far. This is the kind of G2, not necessarily that I expect to see, but the pace changes, that super fast site take that they had towards B.
Itu Killjoy-nya anu loh, saya expect dulu deh. Cuman ya emang dari showernya dia ngepick aja deh.
You've had these kind of well-executed and well-constructed site takes
Soalnya dia
that have been very
sebelum
diligent.
kena ulti dia
Now
nge-nano swam
of course, Liquid don't
shortnya.
have much to play with. This is going to be again trying to make it
Mungkin
work.
dia-
Now, okay, Soulcast did quite nicely
Itulah.
before, but it obviously didn't equate to a round change. 5-0 being the scoreline.
And a good attacking look so far for G2, which is where we expect them to excel. It plays more to their...
Ya.
Misalnya lu tahu nih beri musuh punya ulti, jangan pernah main di sini deh, mainnya di sini aja. Kalau mau nahan U-hole dari sini aja. Kalau di ulti lu bisa cabutnya gampang.
Ya.
Kalau lu main di sini udah pasti mati. Di sini udah dipantek musuh. Di sini
Ya udah.
pantek musuh, mending lu main di daerah sini terus lu keluar.
Their play style definitely, but I don't want to see Liquid just get steamrolled on this half. You see now on the minimap, Scream did have to fall back for a heal there, which is going to draw a third player over towards A. So this double hooker stack, got to get some work done here. It's only Zeke to really put up a fight next to it.
Satu, 4.
He does.
Gua nggak tahu ini udah ada call dari Mixwell kalau misalnya kan kayak misalnya Killjoy di A. Kalau nggak salah Iko juga nggak sih?
The ability to clear
Yeah,
angles at
itu
least
dia
if he
itu.
decides to commit those paint shells.
Satu orang nahan sini, tiga orang sini. Satu benar-benar nahan Bill. Satu lagi di sini.
Towards it, could do some work, and now as soon as these shots come in, you should start seeing the pressure from Zeke. There it is, but there's a second player, but Mixwell does not care. Mixwell just powers through both of them. That little double stack, nah, not today, boys. Spike now down. This is G2 looking so well-rounded. This is just perfection until Scream turns up, gets a couple of shots through, none find target.
Secara logika ini bisa loh. Kan kadang-kadang ya maksimal orang di set itu 3 kan. Paling enggak kalau misalnya emang belum ada info.
Iya.
Ada info apa main apa
Ngapus mana?
udah ada belum, B-nya udah ada belum, pasti kan masih
Iya.
default lah, paling banyak 3. Kalau lo entry set pakai 3 orang masih bisa menang dong. Satu
Iya.
anchor, satu nahan depan buka aja.
Target enough as Soulcast.
Mungkin ketika orang crack, nah si Zik yang masuk tadi dari arah hukanya dari belakang.
Is murdered in the back lines. And another good one from G2. These side takes are good. They're diligent. You can see the intention. Everything is working well for them. Liquid have yet to be able to find a response. Whether or not they call a timeout soon, I think that'd probably be a good idea because this has been on the trot. If this round doesn't go their way, they are in the hole at this point.
They are, and yes, they have the full loss bonus now, but it's almost like a one-on, one-off in terms of the full buy. Again, Scream down to 0. Everybody else sub 1,000 credits, and again, the ultimate's just not really had an opportunity to come online here or even be used. We talked about the use of Killjoy on Bind previously for Liquid and how they were kind of forced to play this weird setup with one deep and keep Killjoy alive. It leaves Eccles on an island over on the B site. I have to see if that's something they've considered here in Bind once again.
And it's always fun to see the Valorant viewers new to the smoke criminals and how people have to just spam it these days. It is quite funny. But now we're seeing G2 again, this slow creep towards B. There's the Killjoy. It is quite funny. But now we're seeing G2 again, this slow creep towards B. There's the Killjoy utility here, so it should give away the game, but they're well and truly aware. The lineup could have been something, but Eccles can't convert it. Mixwell quickly on the trade, and instantly they've got so much site presence building. Now I wonder if this ultimate can maybe change things. Last time around it was counted. I don't...
Videonya udah setup gitu, Bil. Udah setup mau ulti. Dia naruh alarm buat di sini, naruh soromnya di sini. Jadi ketika di push dia begitu alarm bunyi, dia nyalain, dia udah siap buat.
Tapi tuh omongannya bener-bener biarin mati ya berarti hitungannya.
Hitungannya iya mungkin mereka udah pede.
Kalau itu mainnya jauh banget.
Mungkin gara-gara udah dapat ini loh, udah orangnya 54.
In something, but
tapi ini threat sih jatuhnya threat. Mereka dapat satu.
Can't convert it. Mixwell quickly on the trade, and instantly they've got so much site presence building. Now I wonder if this ultimate can maybe change things. Last time around it was counted. I don't think you're going to see it now. And yeah, there's that rotation. Well, you know what? Pop the ult down, no worries. You're right. It's all on Scream here. He's got 2 players pouring his way. One. He's looking for the second. He gets the second. Scream slicing G2 in half, and now has to keep going though. He's hearing these steps. He knows there's more pressure. He's on an island right now. Pinchel comes in. Damn, that thing's just kicked up off the side of the steps, and now they line up. It's Pit to find him. The 3v2, but Link's progress is good. That keeps map territory under their control. They now know they're coming from short. Cryptic's eyes trained on this. Should catch him on the cross. They have to deal with the turret, and time is dwindling.
17 detik. Inilah untungnya Bain. Dari sini TP, ambil bom, ketahuan ya. Ambil bom, atau ada Killjoy di sini, nggak mungkin bisa ngeplan di sini kan. Pasti harus di fight dulu.
Back through they go. They are running rings around them. And you're right, Soulcast, next line of defense, catching him on the flash tease, at least one. But now he needs to land the shots. They've dinged him up. They've forced him away.
Yeah, and that spike will go down. The Nanoswarm not actually denying it. Pit will find Link actually, so that's a huge kill. Soulcast down to 50 HP. Cryptics, he's taken a little tag, but this has allowed G2 actually the time to set up effectively here. The plant is for long, so Liquid have to deal with this. Pit showing his hand in hooker is actually going to draw Soulcast to clear it, but the double stacks elsewhere.
Oh, this is excellent.
Iya, enak Evalo. Lu kalau misalnya musuhnya nggak kelihatan, lagi ngedivise apa enggak, lihat aja bomnya warna apa. Kan kalau chase lu harus lihat ada kabel atau kagak.
Play from G2. They can allow Zeke to be the only one to face, and they have no idea of the other players still. Soulcast is a good idea, and yeah, okay, here we go. Taps it, there go the Seekers, but Pit should play this to perfection. Timing is going to be a factor. He's got to have seen him now, he knows. Oh, this is rough from Soulcast. Even with the kill, he won't have the time. Very well played by Pit to buy the perfect amount of time defending that spike, and even with Scream getting 2 of them on that rotation, they run rings around them.
Yeah, heartbreak really. Again, the spike not really in a position that is easy for Liquid to control. Had a pretty...
My guy. Look at that little dude. Look at him. And you're right, it is the little things, but those little things are adding up, right? It's 7 rounds on the board here. And I said Liquid needed a pause, and they've caught it here. Definitely need to kind of consider their options, because they have not got a grip on G2. G2 are outclassing them on this map. And it's something that did worry us, is the depth of how good Liquid are going to be across the board. We don't know their depth yet, whereas I feel like G2 already had kind of a decent map pool, and now we're going to see at least a play off the back of this. Scream now set into success.
Soulcast
And
with
it's
both.
Soulcast to find both of them in the end. Now Zeke gonna try and make a quick play. There's that flash with the back. He turns well enough, and the flash didn't really find him regardless. A little underhand paint shot, but Artist quickly on the task. And Artist is so sharp again. Scream, though, still gonna continue here. Pick up where Soulcast left off and hold the cross.
And Pit now, he's got to come away from this lurking position. Try and back Artist up a little bit. See, Eccles actually trailing him through market. And Cryptic's right now, he can just play, he can commit to this. He can just sit here. As I say that, actually, he's going to come over expecting the hit onto B, and rightfully so. The spike about to go down now. Eccles got to be careful with the sound cues here, because Pit deep enough in hooker that he probably heard those steps.
TP available.
Still got a paranoia as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot in his kit to be able to make a play with this. He has to get rid of that player towards hooker, and I think he's seen them. That's Pit there. Yeah, no chance for Pit. Nice work. That opens up the avenue of approach, but Artist still large and in charge. 3 to his name. He needs more. He's getting more. And now a 1v1.
Oh.
Reloads out of the bullets needed. But
Yeah.
my, in a different world, that could have been a different result.
Yeah.
Yeah, big win from Eccles there up in hooker to get the kill onto Pit. So unfortunate for him.
Itu pas OT nggak sih? Ya kan?
Well, there you go. You've got one round out of the way, but you got to argue it doesn't break the momentum whatsoever. G2 actually, financially, look at it, Lauren. It's with Liquid doing as much damage as they've done thus far, G2 don't exactly have the capital to lose out any more rounds. They're going to be on eco, I guess, after a second loss.
I would say that any more than 7, it's so hard to turn that around.
Yes.
Just purely playing against a team that can have those rounds that pop off. You'll have, Artists having a big round mixed with whoever it is. They all have the capability. It's very hard to come up against a sort of deficit like they might face. An already great start between Artists and Palitek. They found 2 big entries, so now the site's theirs to do with what they want really at this moment. Mixwell starting to work his way through. Cryptix does find Pit trying to be up to no good. But the site hit's still coming in. They still only have, I think it's Soulcast here and Scream on the back line. So it looks like Scream's trying to make a play on this, and he is. Yeah, off the back of that. He thought he killed him, I think. I thought he did enough, and then he turned off it. On this, and he is. Yeah. I think it's Soulcast here and Scream on the back line. So it looks like Scream's trying to make a play on this, and he is. Yeah, off the back of that. He thought he killed him, I think. I thought he did enough, and then he turned off it. A mistake from Scream and an advantage for G2 again. Nothing lining up for them here. G2 are running away with this.
Soalnya anu ya.
Oh, I honestly
Kondisinya
thought he got that
ngepick
kill as well.
banyak angle gitu loh. Jadi kayak cepet mati musuhnya.
Again, the sky flash perfect from Soulcast. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Scream didn't capitalize, and again, that's one of those kills as well that could sway that round either way. That would have been spiked down. It would have given Liquid an opportunity to kind of buy another 5 or 10 seconds for the rotation to come through and maybe set up to retake site. Really unfortunate.
This is going to put a little bit of sweat on the brow of Liquid fans, I'm sure, because this is looking like it's going to that final map. This is crazy, right? You look at G2, they've had moments where they look off, they look cold, and they come in here and they just look formidable, untouchable. And Liquid, I'm sure, feel the same. How do you deal with this? Now already Link going to be postured up, sat there well with a bucket. Hold on. He does at least get Zeke, but Palitek, always the game changer right now. He seems to be just the one who refuses to die. A rock of this team, and Mixwell going to push forward for map presence. Actually passing through this. Soulcast is on the other side, but unawares. Now you can see Mixwell's cleared the corner, so we can go back to watching towards CT.
Kayak selalu yang pede di offense di attackingnya.
Eccles actually all the way still over towards there. Mixwell will find that one, but Soulcast responds with the Sheriff, and Eccles finds one. Soulcast with a second. An unorthodox retake at that, but I mean, he got the job done, right? I was about to say Eccles trailing heavily back over on A short, but comes through the TP and still finds that kill once again in hooker.
Okay. This is what they need. They need the final rounds here, Liquid, if they want a chance in that second half, just to give yourself that buffer. I don't think they win it otherwise, but as I said, this was lovely from Soulcast. He's been really having a series. This whole tournament's been great for Soulcast. Clearly that grind's been paying off. You gotta respect that. He's been working
Iya,
super
soalnya ada
hard on this.
seksual
Happy to see
efek
Patek having a nice game too. That's always exciting. The guy
headshotnya
is
juga
so
beda
clutch when it
rasanya.
comes to it. But at 8-2, the scoreline is still commanding for G2 here. A couple of answers back and forth for Liquid. That was a weird sort of eco round, keep in mind. It was a bit of a force buy, I guess. There was enough there, but Scream tries to be the difference maker, and it makes nothing of it. Mixwell seemed all too prepared.
Was there a flash there? I don't even know if the flash came through.
I didn't hear it, but I'm not sure.
Ulti sama Link lah.
Okay, well, this is where it's interesting. At least one down. That's Mixwell gone. Zeke's looking for one back on the other side. Flash comes in, but he's just going to predict it so well. Zeke finding avenues
itu harusnya ekspektasi mereka ya dapat lebih dari satu.
But again, Link is cornered. He's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He has to just fight. And he eventually falls to pit.
Ya pasti 3 orang loh itu mungkin.
In on the site while everyone's so busy elsewhere. And he's found the timing pretty well, actually.
Does the TP come through? We've got 2 players in elbow here, so they can cut off anybody.
You can see Echo so well.
Tapi kalau gue dalam kondisi Link, pasti gue ulti juga sih. Kayak udah gue punya ulti, musuh bakal kabur aja. Gue gak bakal mati.
One down. That's Mixwell.
Tuh kan?
Okay, well this is where it gets interesting.
Di sini. Udah mundur jauh.
Interesting. At least one down. That's Mixwell gone. Zeke's looking for one back on the other side. Flash comes in, but he's just going to predict it so well. Zeke finding avenues of approaching, cracking his B side open again. Link is cornered. He's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He has to just fight. And he eventually falls to pit. And you can see Eccles trying to tuck himself in on the site while everyone's so busy elsewhere. And he's found the timing pretty well, actually.
Does the TP come through? We've got 2 players in elbow here, so they can cut off anybody that tries to rotate back to A from Team Liquid. Cryptic's still over there with his utility. Eccles now. Oh my god, has he got the time on the camera? He didn't. Zeke was covering him. That's huge. Huge team play there from G2 to cover the opportunity for Pit to get inside its camera. The recon. Ooh, it just missed. This is difficult here. 1v3. Artist very low. He's going to be the one to take first contact and finds the headshot.
Out of charges.
Really nice. Just taking a step back from G2.
Last round before the switch.
Making sure they have a really, really good read on exactly what was going on B site. And again, the positioning there, crucial. Artist ready for the TP rotation.
Gue entah kenapa lebih ngeri ketika Sofa Brimstone-nya tuh lagi on fire, tapi dualisnya biasa aja. Dualisnya bisa nge-kill, bisa. Lebih ngeri gak sih kalau misalnya Sofa Brimstone bisa nge-kill? Jadi, pasti kan Sofa Brimstone orang 2. Lebih ngeri anjir.
2 members of G2 inside elbow.
Apalagi
They were ready for that A rotation of Eccles.
Yeah, you're bang on. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know if 3 rounds is enough, but it may be all that Liquid can garner. And this buy is still missing in places. You've got the Bucky for Link, you've got the Spectres out. It's not perfect by any margin. And G2, yeah, the money at one point was a little bit rough, but
apalagi kalau misalnya Sofa sama Primnya kayak on fire banget gitu ya. Itu kayak ultinya tuh bakal berkali-kali datang gitu loh rasanya.
Iya, Brim. Aduh.
Wah, itu gak enak banget sih.
Ini juga harus pelajari nih ketika memang long udah nggak bisa nahan long. Makasih yang udah donate. Makasih banget ada yang donate. Ntar dulu ada yang donate Bill.
Ya, santuy. Makasih yang donate.
Makasih coy donate.
Kapan-kapan donate saya ya.
Dia datang buat donate doang tadi, makanya tadi ada yang ngomong nih. Ada yang datang nih. Aduh, adek gue sendiri. Nggak tahu.
Ya.
Dasar adek, nggak jelas. Oh, makasih lah ya. Lumayan sabar ya, makin banyak.
Dek, kapan-kapan donate ke teman kakaknya ya.
actually, aggression might be the answer.
Tapi tadi muncul nggak sih notif Saverianya?
Di tempatku tidak.
Coba bentar, lihat dulu.
Ada kamu.
Harusnya ada coy. Ada.
Enggak.
Let's see if it is. Okay, Scream gets one. Echo.
Jadi kalau mau nge-fight minimal 2 orang biar langsung ada.
Does as well. All right, up on the op we go. And now Cryptic's playing the patience game, sitting this one out. Do have a man on the other side, and of course the update not too long ago now, of course removing some of these 50-50
3 orang. 1. Anjir, Killjoy main sini, Bill.
angles on
Ini
corners,
Brimstone
making
nggak
it
tahu
harder to play
anjir.
these positions, but he is going to keep at least artists, or excuse me, the one player away from his capacity, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, good work from Cryptics. Now the post line gets a little bit trickier, but Artist bails him out of it. Scream on the trade out though, and now Artist a 1v3. Do you fancy it? Let's see if you're in to do walk on water, my man. He's got the ult, he's got everything he needs, but he's got Jet in his face. He's just taken down Scream. He's playing the timing. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe I need to eat my words. 25 HP, not enough. Link just about keeps it together, but that was way too close.
Yang ngelek
Yeah,
apa
it's
kamu edit?
unfortunate there.
Anjing. 1 juta ya ke aku aja.
The nade perfectly timed. It forces him from behind triple on the reload.
Any other scenario? I reckon he has
Ini
that
kamu yang
too.
ngelek?
Yeah, seriously.
Stream Discord-nya nge-lag.
Yes. Stream Discord-nya.
Coba gua restream. Kita belum.
Kurang nih sawernya nih.
Ya nih sawernya kurang buat semangat, masih berapa? Masih kurang 5.410.000.
Mantap.
The timing just
Look at that.
unfortunate. Finds the first.
Gosh.
Obviously, Soul Crest down to low HP. But look at the timing of the nade here. It's
It was
perfect.
already gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't do anything with it. A really good attempt though. You know what? Artist has always been one of those players that I'm so happy to watch it. And the funny thing is, he doesn't necessarily always play like a super. Like I look at like Scream as your like standout frag movie man, but like when Artist goes off, he is untouchable. Like actually untouchable. So it's nice to see him fulfilling like certain roles there in a way. Sometimes he'll happily kind of play more, not necessarily a backseat role, but he can fulfill more than just I'm just frags. He's the whole package. But back into this now, at 9-3, Hypoc. This is a harsh scoreline for Liquid fans and Liquid themselves.
It is, yeah. But this is kind of synonymous with G2, right? We always see a different G2 at finals. This is when they look the scariest, and especially when they have that tilt factor, they bounce back with this just uncharted aggression.
Stop killing me with that frenzy.
Liquid looking for something early over towards B, but actually I was about to say G2 not really biting. Ardis repositions all the way back over.
Sama Liquid kayak map 1 dia try hard banget nih buat dapetin poin 14-12. Di map 2-nya G2 13-9.
Now thinks better of it after the hit doesn't come through. Pat actually going to find Eccles early on. That's all the way over on Showers now, so information gathered. Ardis back on site with them.
Now this angle plays quite nicely to avoid those sky flashes coming in, but he's going to swing wide on it. That's not bad, but a 1-for-1 trade. There's more here though.
But actually I was about to say G2 not really biting. Ardis repositions all the way back over. Now thinks better of it after the hit doesn't come through. Pat actually going to find Eccles early on. That's all the way over on Showers now, so information gathered. Ardis back on site with them.
Now this angle plays quite nicely to avoid those sky flashes coming in, but he's going to swing wide on it. That's not bad, but a 1-for-1 trade. There's more here though. It's going to be Patatek, who's been a beast to deal with. Spike's now down in a terrible scenario. Going to be hard to recover and hard to get, but Scream. Okay, somehow bailing them out of this. And now, where is that final 2 players for the opposition? We've got Mixwell in this as well.
Sakit.
Mixwell! And man, and now Link. Nothing to do with it. You can see Pitch just biding his time, and Mixwell just makes that frenzy look so easy to play with.
My frenzy doesn't do that. I can tell you that.
How do I
much.
get his one? Double digits though this early. High Pockets looking kind of done.
Yeah. It's yes, great. You finished 9-3, but you're in exactly the same situation there. If you lose a pistol, now I mean it becomes
Kalau udah
basically
kalah
an
kayak
economic
di
win,
Defender tuh,
really.
apalagi
Liquid gonna reinvest
awal-awal
back
tuh
into this,
kayak
and this is where it gets difficult. Very
I mean,
difficult.
A reminder of Ascent being the final map. Reverse sweep question?
Gue lebih mikir kayak lebih banyak tuh lebih worth it loh daripada hookah lebih banyak.
I mean,
Karena
it
menurutku
could
Hookah
be,
lebih gampang buat di
especially with this
spam gitu loh.
confidence coming in
Ya nggak
towards
sih?
G2, but it's not over
Kalau
yet.
FM gitu.
I'm certainly not singing at the
Mana
moment.
tuh?
Mixwell gets all the information, he knows what's coming his way. He's got Pit there behind him, he's got players left, right, and center. He just needs some support on this one now. Mixwell, maybe he
Wah.
doesn't. Maybe it's all just Mixwell again. 2 kills to bail him out of dodge, but Soulcast up and over he goes. He's having a performance himself, but Scream, he wants to secure this for his side. He wants to move forward.
Go.
But just passing each other, chips in the night. Oh my god, this is awful timing. And now Cryptic's called upon to clutch
Oh
it out.
my
He can't do it.
god.
The timing on that was
Wow,
incredibly
udah
unfortunate.
kelar nih harusnya.
Oh, that's a tough round to lose. That's a very tough round to lose. And a massive one for
Look,
G2 again. That
Diffuse
was
dikasih ke
Liquid forcing
siapapun
back in here. So
efeknya sama ya.
that puts G2 on 11. A scrappy buy at best from Liquid if they choose to. And this is what I mean. If
Setelah adanya opsi Brimstone, lu sebagai defender lu lebih kuat ketika lu punya ulti Sova sama Brimstone. Kalau
Iya,
gua
Bang.
buat ngedeny after apa post plan, mending pakai Brimstone.
Gede gak sih? Kemungkinan matinya
just
besar.
become
Ya, pertama kemungkinan mati yang ngeplan lebih gede, udah pasti ke deny. Kalau Sova masih bisa di dodge.
an economic win.
Iya.
Obviously, are going to see Liquid make an attempt for this. 2 Spectres, 3 rifles. No armor on Eccles and Soulcast.
Tapi kenapa kalau
But-
musuh punya ulti?
No ultimates on 9 either. Cryptics is the closest, 5 out of 7. I guess Scream as well, 4 out of
Yeah.
6. This is going to be difficult.
Kalau Brimstone gua takut aja.
Okay, we go back through the ringer we go. Aztec bold.
That's his ult though.
His ult is-
That's huge now.
I can't. Yeah,
Karena
I guess
untuk
it's
kamu
worth the
mati
risk
kayak
at this
masih
point.
harus tergantung dari
Scream on the
skill
other side,
yang
nothing
pakai
but
sofanya
listen.
juga nggak sih?
Just
Kayak
hearing
kalau
everything
Brimstone ya
happening in
tinggal
front of
pencet sekali
Let's
selesai
switch
gitu
out.
loh.
Halatech going to be the one manning over towards this side. He does, as you said,
Iya.
have everything he needs now going forward.
Orangnya
Alvin
harus
comes out,
pintar-pintar
gets the
juga
information
pakai
of Scream as
ultinya.
soon as he tried to progress. Caught
Kalau
out,
Brim
no
itu
free
orangnya
information,
kali
no
tuh.
free map control either.
The thing is now, again, the orbital strike, we know it can be used in a number of different ways, but denying the plant is huge here. Again, we're already under 60 seconds. Liquid need to make a move.
Serah.
You need to do it fast.
Temen kakak Billy. Ada.
Whether or not that move is an all-out sight hit or finding a kill,
Sumpah ya, nggak tahu kenapa. Kalau misalnya kayak gini, adik gue lebih punya duit daripada gue. Gue nggak ada duit aja. Bener-bener duit gue nol.
I don't want to see them let the clock run away from them here, because look at the rotation coming through.
Kalau
from
Saveria
Arthur
tuh
already.
nggak
There's
harus
3 men
kayak
on A
ada
side.
apa buat ngecairin dulu
Zeke's
nggak harus kan?
aim is so good.
Nggak,
That
maksudku
snap.
misalnya aku belum punya kayak apa sih
Enggak.
kartu rekening atau segala macam itu loh, maksudku orangnya tetap masih bisa nge-Saveria aku tanpa aku punya itu kan.
Bisa. Orang masuk ke Saweria dulu,
Iya, baru
processing, cair,
baru-
ntar bisa dicairin ke ATM.
nah itu
atau
maksudku.
ke Dana gitu.
Was obscene.
Oh,
He
bisa
just
kok.
drilled
I
back towards
see.
Cryptics.
Logika, lu bisa bayar pakai OVO, masa lu nggak bisa transfer ke OVO?
Ya karena aku tidak
Now it's
tahu,
going to be
30
Soulcast
seconds
to
left.
try and
saya tidak pernah
deny
kepikiran.
G2 getting to 12 in a 1v3 and already artists. Yeah, he's not letting that happen for a second. Nice little upgrade too. Perfect. 12 to 3. And yeah, I mean, the flash was okay. It was just so quickly turned. I mean, some of these players are so quick on this. You can see it already. He was right back and ready to go.
Snap.
That's
Fortnite player anjir,
Just
sensor
so-
tinggi dah.
12 to 3.
Mana?
And yeah, I mean, the flash was okay. It was just so quickly turned. I mean, some of these players are so quick on this. You can see it already. He was right back and
Anjir.
ready to go. That's
Wah enak banget
And
cok.
third as well, man.
Iya anjir.
Padahal si Liquidnya full buy.
oof.
Alamat Spectre. Langsung boom, auto main.
Yeah,
Aduh, HP gue baterai habis lagi.
it's tough now again. Just scrappy buy into scrappy buy once again. G2, I imagine there's going to be a couple of others now just one away from their ultimates. Mixwell going to play close with the judge. He finds the first, quickly traded out, but it's not a good upgrade in terms of the weapon for Liquid finding that kill.
Untung mati.
No, it doesn't don't quite have that ranged element that they'd be looking for. Soulcast bailing them out at least towards Zeke this time, and Pit playing quietly towards the corner. They're going to be aware that someone could be there, but the timing's everything. Tries to go for a quick spam, but it's artist to probably deny the plant more than anything. And there's Patchtek coming into this. Link's gone down. It's looking pretty dire, but actually a trade out. That's big, but artist again. This guy, when G2 needed, he is right there, and now Soulcast left in the 1v2. It's 4.
GG boys.
Bentar ya. Ini kenapa kursor gue sering hilang dah. Tatar gue mau boker anjir. Teks.
Kita pengen lihat cara liquidnya nyerang, tapi liquidnya nyerang aja nggak sempat.
Makanya.
Sih.
Map 3 asen nih. Banyak.
Sok habis.
Apaan habis di mana?
Discord.
Oh, enggak ada suaranya.
Ah,
Ntar gue mau boker dulu.
gue baru bangun anjing.
Gak apa-apa, gue juga baru bangun.
Tadi gue tidur lagi.
Tiban. Tara.
Udahlah. Bil. Ketikin dong di chat di chat YouTube gue, bentar lagi ke toilet, gue mau boker aja. Pakai perut.
Anjir.
Sakit pelut.
Orangnya bukir.
Kok hayo.
Tiban. Anjing lah.
Let's go.
Pengen kombis.
Nonton Yor.
Kamu lihat video yang aku kirim di line gak ya?
Lupa. Yang mana sih?
Yang ngagetin itu.
Oh enggak, belum.
Coba lihat.
Males.
Jahat. Lonely. I am so lonely. Tiba. Mantap. 9. Lu. Mulai ngapain habis?
Baru buka YouTube.
Udah beda di TV boom. Kamu pernah main Fortnite gak habis?
Pernah dulu. Cuma berapa game doang, terus tuh males, nggak jelas.
Oke.
Nggak suka gue.
Is.
Apa?
I see. Melihat. Oke.
Nowhere to run.
I'm at home man.
Pengen main dah jadinya.
Ya udah tidur toh.
Pengen main suruh tidur anjing.
Ada, enak banget. Sumpah. Bisa boker.
Gak balik tuh orang.
Orangnya boker, mantap.
Main deh,
Hah?
main.
Main apa?
Anjing, main.
Apa?
Valo. Valo.
Tumben ngajak.
Sen
Moodnya.
anjing.
Aduh. Gay banget.
Ya, ayo. Buka
Itu tuh nggak apa-apa, aku pengen pakai main account deh.
Main apa?
Terserah. Tapi gue pengen pakai main account biar battle pass-nya jalan anjing.
Mau combo juga bisa kok. Kapan?
Mau comeback?
Kalau berani.
Ayo bodo amat, gue gak peduli rank. Gue udah gak peduli rank, anjing. Ayo. Gue kalah di rank. Diamond 1.
Subs alert. No cam. No cap. No cam. No cap.
Ayo, compare.
Terserah. Enggak sih, aku bukan masalah takut kalahnya sih. Aku cuma masalah ketemu orang tryhard banget gitu loh.
Males saya main nih.
Ya bacot lah. Tryhard. Bacot.
Kontol. Katanya. HNF jual ID, terus yang pakai ID nge-cheat.
HNF. Hani.
It's HNF.
Oh he. NF.
Dari mana, Bes?
Iya. Kata Yor, si HNF jual accountnya dibeli sama orang India, terus pakai nge-cheat.
Dia nggak tuh?
Dibeli sama orang India. What the fuck? Random absurd aja.
Bis, kamu lihat reasonku yang Brimstone, bis. Kamu lihat tim line up-nya.
Kenapa?
Lihat aja.
Tapi gimana caranya?
Eh?
Lihat apa kamu bilang?
Anu, timku apa? Agentnya apa aja? Wah, meta baru.
Anjing, 2 smoker goblok. Lawannya juga 2 smoker anjing.
Itu.
Nggak sengaja anjir gara-gara.
Lawannya 2 smoker juga anjing, goblok
Sumpah
anjing.
itu nggak sengaja Pis. Jadi
Sama-sama Omen Brim Killjoy goblok.
enggak, gua awalnya gara-gara apa tuh? Bil, kan gua bilang gua mau pakai duelist kan. Terus gua ngomong gini, Bil, pakai ini aja. Gua nunjukin ke sofa. Kayak gua spam berkali-kali dia kan enggak connect. Terus tahu detik udah 0. Nah, tahu-tahu Billy di brimstone, gua di sofa. Ya udah.
Kan gini ya, Bis. Orang kalau mau ngasih tahu agent ya dia sebut nama agentnya ya. Dia ini agent ini. Gitu doang dia, Cak. Aku bingung lah. Enak tahu lah. Wih, ada
Gua duelist, gua sofa, sage dah gitu ya. Yang ambil.
Tergila. Dia lagi main 0-0. Oh.
Arut.
Bentar, 1775 apaan nih? Halo, 1775. Oh, software Guardian, bagus lah.
Kalau
Kok kita selalu menang jauh?
kenapa deh?
Yang nggak tahu, aku kayak gimana, Dit? Your call. Nanti.
Dit,
Are you there?
ulang lagi anjing.
Halo?
Kita mau kombe
Mau
apa net?